My next guest has been surfing since he was 2 years old. He's widely considered the best big wave surfer in the world. He also co-produced and stars in the new movie Riding Giants. Please welcome Laird Hamilton. I'm loving the hair, by the way. You got the little thing going. That's great.
Took all day to get it.
Oh, trust
like
me,
this.
I know. I know. I got mayonnaise in here. So much to talk about. First of all, we're going to show a piece of footage in a second that I was watching today. I think I watched it like 30 times, and it blew my mind. But I want to set this up first. You're most famous probably for riding this wave that's in Chupu, which is an area in Tahiti.
Yeah,
is that
on
right?
the island of Tahiti.
On the island of Tahiti. And you look at this wave, and I don't think I've seen a wave like this before. Describe why this wave was so dangerous in the first place.
Well, it breaks on a barrier reef, and the reef has an extremely steep angle.
Right.
And so when the swell comes in, the whole wave stands up, and you literally have like the entire ocean behind the wave.
Right.
So it's
the
not
wave
the height of it.
It's the thickness of the wave.
Yeah, and it's a little bit literally like the parting of the Red Sea. When you see Moses walking down and there's like a wall and then the level of water, and that's the volume you have coming behind. On a coral reef that's as sharp as a cheese grater. You touch it, you get shredded.
So what would happen if you had wiped out on this wave, do you think?
I just would have been torn in pieces.
You'd have been killed.
And possibly smashed my head. A guy died actually 3 months earlier at that spot, got half of his head torn off, and it was.
All right, let's take a look at this footage right now. Yeah, the audience is like, okay, we're ready to see it now. This is the wave. This is you. Are you thinking at this moment,
Yes.
I've got to try and get out of here?
I'm thinking I want to jump off. And I'm having an inner battle like jump. No, you can't make it unless you stay on.
Right.
And then you just kind of evolve to where you go, okay.
Now, it looks like you wipe out, and at one point, it's like you almost disappear, and then you come shooting out the other side.
Yeah, we call that spitting. It's when a wave is so cylindrical that when it squeezes, air can only come out the end. And it'll actually blow you off. It'd be like if you got shot with a fire hose and you weren't ready. It'd just flap you on the ground.
I've been shot with a fire hose. I know it's that's like.
Were you ready?
Yeah, and that frat fraternity did not accept me. But so you're in that situation when you were done riding that wave. I mean, fortunately, that was recorded, beautifully recorded.
Yes.
You were emotionally drained after that. I mean, you almost feel like your life is in the balance when you're riding a wave like that.
Yes. You know, I think that I knew something like that existed.
Right.
I hadn't seen it.
Right.
And then to experience it, it'd be like if you just worked your whole life to, win some tournament or do some achievement that go to the moon, and then you arrive there and you're sitting there and you just have completed it. Right. And I was overcome with emotions and shed a tear of maybe thankfulness that I survived and
sure, I would think so.
And joy that I'd actually experienced it.
You love bad weather. Surfers in general do, but if you hear that there's a hurricane coming towards the coast, for you that's good news. You want to get out there and be in the water.
Well, do something. Kite it, windsurf it.
Kite it? What's kite it mean?
Well, we use, it's a new sport called kite surfing, where you get drugged by a kite on a board.
I thought you said drugged first.
Well,
like, you're drugged, then strapped to a kite, hit over the head of the board. Sign me up.
But I just really admire the power of nature in its essence.
Is there a wave? Can you imagine a wave that you would not want to surf that was too big or too dangerous? Do you think it's possible?
I can't imagine that. I would. It's probably not on this planet.
200 feet high, made of.
Okay,
it's made of lava. It's not water.
Can I have a fireproof suit
There
on?
are sharks in it with shotguns trying to.
That sounds exciting.
God, I can't. And now I got to make that happen. I want to see it happen. You're constantly trying to invent new ways. Did you once put handlebars on a surfboard to try and?
Well, some friends and I actually mounted a bicycle to the deck of a board. We thought we could do some BMX tricks on the wave.
It wouldn't look as cool though. If that same footage we just saw looks so cool. If we saw the same footage and you were on a bike with streamers and a banana seat going like that,
would not be good.
I wouldn't like it as much.
It would not be good. And wearing the bike after, if you fell, would definitely not be good.
Now, I'm told there's a hierarchy in the lineup in surfing, meaning that there's a lot of dominance going on, and that the order is set. I've never surfed before in my life. I show up on the beach. I've got my board, and it's got, Scrappy Doo on it or whatever. and I show up and I want to go, do the
Now, do you have any friends when you go there?
No, it's just me.
No one knows you.
No one knows me.
Good luck.
Yeah, so what would happen? I'd be ostracized by the other surfers, or is it just the biggest, best surfer gets to choose the first wave? Is that right?
Well, there's only so many waves, and you have a lot of people, and so there's just it's like precious jewels. And the top guys are going to get their pick, and then there's the scraps for everybody else, and you have to just work your way up. You know, when you first start, you'll be on the very inside, at the very end.
Right.
You know, on the first step of the ladder.
Sort of like in the kiddie pool, right?
At the kiddie pool.
Okay, so what happens if Laird Hamilton, the once-in-a-lifetime wave is coming up, you're just getting set to ride it, and suddenly I cut in front of you wearing short shorts and a beanie, and I'm like, woo! And I get in your way and interrupt. Do I get a beating afterwards? What happens?
Well, not from me, but probably the entire lineup will beat you up after that.
So they would follow me back to my little beach buggy and then beat the crap out of me?
Well, no, actually, you would fall first and then...
They'd drag me out of the water and then pound me.
If you weren't drowned, if you hadn't drowned by then,
they would drown me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. Is there
Unless I said, no, that's my friend, stop.
Yeah, please say
I said,
that.
Please catch the wave.
I don't think you'd do that if I just ruined everybody's day in a beanie. But I know Laird. Don't harm me. Is there trash talking in surfing? Do people try and psych each other out?
Well, I mean, in surfing, it's more like you missed it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good like 1 hour ago.
Right.
It was perfect.
Right.
And then now, well, somehow it just changed in the last hour from being great to being terrible. But yeah, we have a lot of that. And then the aggression in the lineup with the guys. There's some dialogue that goes down. Like any competitive sport, you're going to have, some dialogue.
Right. I can imagine. Because it's always funny because you always imagine that surfing is so zen and cool, and it almost seems like it has a hippie element, and then you look into it and you realize that there's a real toughness and an aggression, and there's almost like it's like street gangs battling each other.
Yeah, especially in small surf.
Right.
When the waves are small, we have a saying that somebody will fight you for a 2-foot wave, but they're going to give you a 20-footer, because when the surf gets giant, everybody's in jeopardy. So they're all real friendly. No, you go. No, please have this one. So it gets friendly as it gets.
Oh no, it's made of lava. And there are sharks with shotguns. You.
Yeah. So it is.
I get it. It's all very cool. Riding Giants, which is an amazing movie, is now playing in select cities. Laird, thanks for being here. Very cool to have you on the show.
My pleasure.
Laird Hamilton will be right back with D12. Stick around. Show. Do want to thank all my guests. Laird Hamilton, thanks a lot for being here. Be safe.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Take care of yourself. Big thanks to Carson Daly for always stopping by, and hoping to sell it. Our thanks to D12 for being here. Max Weinberg and the Max Weinberg. Some different last call with Carson Daly. He's right there. Bye, everybody. Goodbye.